What's up, guys? It's Duke here from SportsGamers.com, and I got an absolutely fire Madden 20 tip for you guys today. I'm going to be showing you guys the best blitz in Madden 20, hands down. This blitz is completely unblockable, it's very easy to use and set up, and it's even great run D. We can literally beat any blocking team in the game with only rushing 5, or if you want, 4 defenders. This will be max protect, ID the mic, double team, slide protect, or any combo of all the above. Guys, you can find this blitz I'm about to show you from the 3-4 odd. 3-4 odds in a lot of playbooks. I'm in the Jets in this example, but it doesn't make a huge difference either way. I will say if this blitz, you will want fast outside linebackers, but the play I'm going to run is the cover 3 buzz buck. Now I'm going to use the gun bunch on offense with escape artist. Everybody loves that. Now before I show you the setup, I do want to remind you guys to please subscribe to the channel. You can hit the subscribe button in the corner of the video and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss out when our videos go up. This really does support us and help us out a lot, and I do appreciate it. Now in the meantime, if you want even more great Madden 20 tips, be sure to head on over to sportsgamers.com. We have the best Madden 20 ebooks and tips. You can check them out. This is actually a preview of our Madden 20 D-block defensive guide. So if you want the best defenses in the game, the best blitzes, the best coverages, the best run defense, be sure to check this out. So, setup this is pretty easy. I'm going to be using this setup with a manual rush glitch that is going to make it completely unblockable. If you guys have been playing online lately, head-to-head competitive stuff especially, I'm sure you've ran into like a player or two who does know how to manual rush, and it's an absolute headache to deal with, and I'm going to show you guys the best, most effective way to use it. I've been using this defense for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, and I've had great success with it. It's super easy to use. All you do is you base a line, you show blitz, and you QB contain. Now, you always want a user, the outside linebacker, on the same side of the screen as the running backs. So here the running backs on the left, we're all good. Now, I did mention you want fast outside linebackers, and that's because we'll be user rushing. Now, again, I do want to take note that, what side the running back is on, what side he's on matters. So, if they flipped it and had the running back on the right, we would flip our play and use the outside linebacker on the right. And the other thing is you always want this blitzing inside linebacker on the same side of the screen as your user and the running back. So here, that's all you need to do. Now, you can do other coverage adjustments, like say if you want to cloud flats, or you want to back your DBs up, or put them in different deep zones so you don't give up bombs. That's up to you. The only thing is I do like to have my user rusher on a hard flat, and the reason for this I'll explain in the instant replay, but first I'm just gonna block the running back, and then we'll go from there. More complicated adjustments. So guys, keep in mind we're in practice mode. I do have 2 controllers, so I'm not gonna be able to do this as good as if I was just in a game and didn't have to play offense too. But I'll try to do my best. Okay, guys. So as you guys can see here, super easy. You basically just run around the tackle with your user. Now, the reason why I put him in a hard flat is, guys, that curl flat he's on, it kind of almost at the snap, it kind of almost wants to take you backwards, and I don't like that. The hard flat will take you more to the side, which is fine, because I want to loop around that tackle anyway. I just run around him. He's not actually going to block anybody, but, it's just so, if you have him in a coverage assignment, you can just run around him all day long super easily with the user rush. And you guys can see here when you show blitz from this 3-4 odd look, you'll get interior pressure, which means the running back cannot block you because he has to worry about that. So guys, this is what you want to focus on, is how to run around this guy. I didn't do it the best here because, again, I have 2 controllers, so I have to go offense and defense. But basically all you do is just wait for the ball to be snapped, and you just turbo down at the quarterback running around this tackle. It's super easy to do. You should be able to get it down in practice mode within 5 to 10 minutes at the most. But I can promise you guys it's easy to do once you get the hang of it. You just run around that tackle. As you play Mutt, a fast outside linebacker, or just any game mode, a fast outside linebacker, like Reddick on the Cardinals, he's nothing crazy. He's 88, I think, which is good, but not crazy. Every team on Regs even has a fast outside linebacker you can use her. And they're never going to be able to block you. Even if they max protect, we'll do max protect next. Again, we're max protecting. Same setup on defense where we just go ahead, baseline, show blitz, bring these guys up, crash, not crash and land, but just contain, use with this guy, do whatever coverage adjustments you want. Go ahead, max protect this time. So you guys can see any coverage adjustments you want are fine. Again, we're just going to use a rush. And that time I did a lot better. I was able to get back on the defense to run around that tackle much quicker. And again, you guys can see that guy, he'll never block me. He will never block me. Again, you guys can see I just kind of have to swerve around him. It's not hard at all to do. He's just too slow to block me when I do this. You guys can really see how fast this is and how great a coverage this is because of this. Now, I will say that this end on the right, he doesn't have to be in a contain. He could be on like a spy or something if you want, but personally, I do like that contain. I like to have a contain on each side with my user rush, but he technically doesn't even need to be on that contain, so if you want to take him out, you could, but I think it is better to just leave him on that contain personally. I mean, I guess if you wanted to spy him, you could do that. Again, it just kind of depends what you want to do. This is the way I like to do it the most, though. I mean, but just look at this. Everything is completely boxed up. There is nothing that the offense can do. They're about to just have to eat this sack right here. Glitchy. All right, so let's show. Next thing I'm sure you guys are wondering, well, what if you block the running back but then ID the Mike as the user rusher, right? Unfortunately, that will not work either. Okay, my controller's spazzing out here. Hold on. Let me go ahead and just set this blitz up first, and then I'll do it. So you see, I did some different coverage adjustments this time. Oh, my guy's not even on an assignment. Wow. Let me go ahead and reset this play. You know what? He's still not on assignment. No wonder I couldn't ID the mic. There's a real-life glitch for you guys. You know, as we're recording live for the YouTube, we get hit with the glitch. So again, we just baseline show blitz, whatever coverage adjustments you want. I'll just shade down here, contain, user this guy, easy, right? All right, so now we're going to go ahead and block the running back and ID the mic. All right, you guys think this might work, except for it's not going to. So again, other coverage adjustments you want to do are cool, like you could man up the safety on a receiver, you can change the deep zones, whatever you want to do, it's all up to you. But as you guys can see here, again, I'm just going to run right around this guy for the sack. ID the mic, didn't do anything. So next, what I'm sure you guys are wondering, what if you max protect, slide protect, and then ID the mic? All right, we just did all that, and I can promise you guys that's not going to work neither. Now this time I have myself in a cloud flat. Again, it doesn't really matter. Just have yourself in a coverage adjustment. Like I did say, I do like the hard flat. I don't really like, well, basically I don't like the purple zone because the purple zone makes me float too far back. If I don't time it correctly, I sort of float back. I don't like that. So that's why I like the hard flat, because the hard flat doesn't float back. It just more so goes to the side. So bottom line is you can't just have yourself on a rush angle, but that's the one I like the most because you don't float backwards at all. All right, anyways, you can see here, again, we've done the max protect with the slide and ID and the mic. Last really thing you could think to do, right? Well, I can promise you this does not work either. As you guys can see, sack. And again, I'm not even doing it the best way I can because I'm in practice mode. Because you guys can see again, I kind of did float to the side a half yard before I came in at the quarterback, but it didn't really matter. I was able to get in, get the sack. We'll do this one more time. Again, same thing. Now, I actually did crash my D-line up here. I didn't even really mean to do that. I just did it by habit. You can do that too, and it still works. Just to throw that out there. You can crash the D-line out if you want, and it does work still if you do that. Now, again, you guys can see my blocking assignment, same thing as last time. So let's get it. See if I can't get a better rush in this time. I'm going to have to try to switch back immediately. And again, it's really, really, really easy. It's really easy. Now, guys, I will say, just caution you. I know you want to run in immediately at the quarterback once the ball snapped. But the best way to do it is actually not to run in right away, like right away. The best way to do it is have the computer take like a half step to the side and then run in. Because when you do that, it dumps these guys out completely to where they will never block you ever. Now, most of the time, whatever adjustments they did are just going to be terrible, honestly, when you're playing most people online, so it's not even going to matter. But for the guys that do all sorts of advanced things, if you just let your user defender take a half step into coverage before you rush in, it makes them dumb out even more. If obviously I probably don't want to take as much of a step as I did here to the side before I rush in. It's just, again, I'm in practice mode using 2 controllers, so that's why that's happening. Now, one thing I do want to show you guys is if they don't block anybody, again, it doesn't really make a difference, obviously, but I do want to show that. And then so I'm just going to wheel out the running back. Now, there is one last thing I wanted to show guys. If you want to make sure you don't, give up any sort of bumps over the top or whatever, you could just go ahead and shade up and then move this guy back. If there's an outside receiver like that you don't even want a chance getting pressed, just shade up and then move, shade down then up if you want clouds, by the way, and then just move this guy back a little bit and he won't get that press animation that he got last time. If you take a look at that replay, the funny thing is he doesn't even always get that animation, but sometimes he does, and you don't want that because that could be a free touchdown. So just move him back and that won't happen. See how I moved him back? And then again, I'll just put myself in the hard flat, and you guys can see again. I'm going to try to get this user rush in. This time we're not blocking anybody. And you guys can see, did a really good job there. That's exactly what you want. See how I let him slightly take a step before I ran in? That's what you want. But you don't want it to be so drastic to where it was the last time. It's just literally bam, half step, sack. That's what you're looking for. Again, it's not hard at all to do. It will just take a little bit of time to get used to and practice when you guys will get it down very easily. But again, you can see if they don't block anyone, it still works. And again, this time, you will see that I moved this guy back and shaded up, and there was no press animation, which is really, really nice. You really don't want a press animation, to be quite honest with you. Now, one last thing I will note is if you guys, want the flats to be covered, like say that they were hitting you with a flat route like what just happened, you could adjust that safety zone. So say you don't want him to be, sitting in that hook zone, you want him to actually guard the flat, obviously you guys can take advantage of the different hot routes. So here, let's just pick a under center play. I haven't even done under center yet. Under center does work. It works against under center too. So if I didn't want this guy, if I was worried about a flat route, I could easily, and then honestly another thing I could do is I could make this a cover 2 look like this on this side of the field. I can put this guy in a cloud, this guy in the little deep half, and then honestly, like I said, you guys could spy this guy too if you want, because he's not necessary for the blitz to work. So if you were worried, say you guys were worried about, them hitting the flat, something like this, well, worry no more, because now, as you guys can see here, and I didn't even mean to crash the line, but it still should work, to be quite honest with you. But I don't crash the line. That's another thing. Do not crash the line. I don't normally do it, but it still should work. But this is just another way you could adjust the coverage. Now you can have that short middle covered by the spy. Now there's a cover 2 look on the left, so they can't just easily hit the flat. So that's just another little thing you can do. You guys can see, you can easily run in. And as I made a circle around the quarterback. But yeah, you can easily run in under center too. It doesn't matter, man. This is really overpowered. It's pretty crazy, to be quite honest with you, how effective this really is, as I did a circle around the quarterback. But again, guys, you can see that I took away the flat by making the left side of cover 2, had a spy over the short middle, and granted, there's still route combos they can even do against a cover 2 to attack the flat, like here, because look, they had a wheel route to the receiver and then a wheel route out of the backfield behind it. To be honest, yes, because there's 2 flats, that would still be able to attack the flat, but just generally speaking, if they were just hitting you with out routes or drags or quick flats over there and not actually 2 flat routes, obviously that would take care of it. So there's definitely different ways you can change up your coverage. So the flat isn't just wide open on that side of the field. So yeah, it's very, very versatile, and it definitely gives a lot of problems for the offense. So I guys hope you enjoyed this tip, and like I said, be sure to show the love, smash that like button. Let's try to get to 150 likes in the next 24 hours, and we will be back with another tip.